classy over there, and then you guys just came from a workout over here.
Yes. All right, check it. We are in the whorehouse today, episode 5. We got the amazing Quinn. Hey. All right, when I tell you this girl is one of the best dancers I've ever met, not only is she a live performer, but she's also a live entertainer. How'd you get started in the entertainment and performer life?
Okay, well, we're gonna go with performer first because that's what I was first. I started performing like super young. I saw my first musical when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, and I was like, that's what I want to do. That's it. And my great grandma was a music teacher, so I learned how to play piano and I learned how to sing from my great grandma. And then I just started doing musicals as soon as I could. And then I started taking dance, and I was on a competition dance team. And then eventually I was like, I want to pursue this like as the real thing. I want to like be on Broadway.
Yes.
Yeah, so hey, you know, she is a theater nerd. I am a theater nerd at heart. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna audition for colleges. I'm gonna go to a program so that I can like learn and study this for 4 years and get really good. So I did that. I got into a really good program, went to school for musical theater and dance, got a degree, but halfway through my degree, I was like starting to do circus. So I started to do aerial silks, I started to do lyra, which is like the hoop. I started to do all kinds of shit. And then I was like, oh, I like this more. I think this is more what I want to do. And then I auditioned for a show called Rock of Ages, which is like my favorite show I've ever done in my life. It's so good. It's so raunchy.
There's raunchy.
Yes, no, literally raunchy as hell. I had strippers in the show. And I got cast because I had aerial experience, and they were like, well, if you can do aerial stuff, can't you like do pole things? And I was like, I can invert on any apparatus. And everybody made fun of me for that, but that's why I got cast. So I got cast, and I had a girlfriend that taught me how to do pole, literally like in her home, and just taught me a couple tricks, and that was like how I started my pole journey. While I was in that show, playing a stripper, I then started stripping in Dayton, Ohio at like a real club. So that's how I got started like being an entertainer.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, and then I moved to Vegas like 5 years ago, and I wasn't gonna do it. I was a dancing dealer, so I danced and I dealt. I did a couple gigs here and there that I did pole. I performed at EDC doing pole. I do all kinds of like corporate dance gigs. And then I was like, let me just try. Let me just try stripping at a club. Why not?
Now, do you think the strip club is a scam to customers that come in? Because from their point of view, they're probably thinking, okay, I'm gonna come in, I'm only gonna spend a certain amount of money, but I'm not really gonna fall in love with a stripper. Do you always change their mind about that?
Number one, I don't think it's a scam because you know what you're coming in there for. Like, you are coming in there to have an experience.
Because you got them effed up.
Literally, like, we all know how this works, right? It's just like the haters that like hate on the OnlyFans girls or hate on the strippers or whatever. It's like, okay, but y'all are buying into it. There's somebody that's buying into it, and those people know what they're buying into. You don't just come into a strip club and be like, oh, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna meet a nice young lady who I'm not gonna give her any money, but she's gonna come and just make my life amazing because she's so hot and wonderful. And it's like, what the hell? No, that's not how it works. And if you're going in there thinking that, then you're the one that's scamming yourself.
You're the problem.
You are the problem. You're the one scamming yourself. Like, literally, like we didn't put that scam on you. You did that to yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, the amount of men I've had come into the club and literally tell me, I just want the fantasy. I just want to pay for the fantasy. Like, I know I'm not gonna see you ever again. I'm not gonna have sex with you, nothing. I know that's not gonna happen, but I want you to give me that fantasy.
That fantasy.
And that's what you're paying for. That's what you're paying for. And if you fall in love with me along the way.
How do you feel about couples that come into the club? Creepy vibe? Normal vibe? I don't know. Swinger vibe? Yeah, you thought. That's sneaky. Okay, so how do you feel about couples that come into the club? Creepy vibe? Normal vibe? I don't know. Swinger vibe?
I personally don't enjoy couples coming into the club, but that's because I don't do well with couples. I don't know what it is. I think I've been told before, like, I'm a little too intimidating for like other women with their husbands, because they don't want like their husband to like me more than them. So that's like a big reason that I don't like it. But then also you'll get like normal couples where they'll come in and they'll kind of do their own thing, maybe throw some ones. I don't mind them. They're cool because they both want to be there, right? It's the couples that come in where you can tell that the wife is trying to be the cool wife, like, oh, I'm into it, yeah, let's go to the strip club together, honey, just to like appease her man, just to like, because she feels insecure and she wants to make that happen for her man. But then the moment she gets to the club, she's sitting there, stank face, like mean mugging every woman that walks by, acting like we're trying to get her husband. Like, that's the worst. Like, that's literally,
Yeah, you thought.
right, no, that's literally like the worst kind of couple. Like, they suck. Now, the ones that like are swingers and think that like they're gonna take you in the back and then take you home to have sex with them, it's weird, it's creepy. Like, go to a sex party. Like, but also at the same time, if you find the right girl and you offer her the right amount of money, then sure. Mm-hmm. But don't be just like coming up in there just like the guys that think it's a scam. Don't come in there thinking like, oh, we're gonna find a girl and we're gonna like just do like, I don't know, give her $200 for a dance and then take her home with us for nothing. I'm sorry, but nobody wants to do that. There's no stripper in the club that wants to do that. I can tell you right now, there is not a single couple that has come in that place that I'd be like, yeah, I'd have a threesome with it.
Tell me about it. Most of them are old.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Yeah, just not.
There's some weird people that come in. What is the weirdest experience you have experienced inside the strip club?
I think not good. So yeah,
Well, speaking of that, I mean, I know there are some weird people that come in. What is the weirdest experience you have experienced inside the strip club?
I feel like everybody asks me this question. I never know how to answer it because once you've worked in the industry for so long, nothing kind of shocks you. Nothing kind of like freaks you out. I will say, and this is another girlfriend story, but she won't ever be on here. So she literally recently, oh my God, this is really funny actually. Recently we were at the club, this was like 2-3 weeks ago, and she was like sick. Like, she's like on a Z-Pack, like sick, like stuffy nose, like not a cute look, but she's like, I gotta get this money, you know? And so she was in the back with this guy for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something. And she comes back out and she was like, Quinn, I just did the most disgusting thing. And I was like, what? She was like, that guy asked me to spit in his mouth. And I did.
What?
Literally, she was like, what? Sick and all, I fucking spit in that motherfucker's mouth. I'm like, that is disgusting.
Now that's just nasty.
Other than that, I have had a guy lick my armpit. That was pretty weird too. Cause I get sweaty. Like, I'm a sweaty girl.
So
I don't really
tangy
care.
down there? You was tangy?
On my armpit? Yeah. And I'm like, I wear hella deodorant, so I'm like, that's a mix of sweat and my deodorant. So enjoy that, my friend.
Now that's just nasty.
Other than that, I have had a guy lick my armpit. So gross.
So has a manager ever tried to have sex with you for a job?
Nah. Again, like, just like with the couples, I think it comes into like the way that I present myself and the way that I come off to other people is intimidating and dominating. Like, I'm very assertive, I'm very straight to the point, I'm very about my business. I'm a good time, right? Don't get it twisted, I'm a good time, but people know that like I just carry myself that way. They know not to try to step across the line with me because it's not gonna work out in their favor. Like it's just not. So it's really funny because a lot of girls.
Dude, I remember when I first started dancing, they made me get naked in the office just to see if I had any bullet holes.
Bullet holes?
Well, I love like a bullet hole beat.
What the fuck is that?
They had me stand there and they're like, all right, let me see you up and down. They had me spread it, turn front.
Bro!
Exactly. And it was the most uncomfortable thing in Atlanta because a lot of the girls, I guess, had bullet holes and they wanted to make
Why
sure.
the fuck does it matter though?
They wanted to make sure I wasn't a ghetto dancer.
So
they wanted
to bring like trouble up into the club.
Yeah, when I first started travel dancing, they looked at me up and down. And I was just like, can I put my clothes on now?
Was
It
that
so
a
weird.
full nude club?
I think it was it was a full nude.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was just so uncomfortable. I worked there maybe one and a half nights. And
It was ghetto.
They were checking if you were ghetto. You should have been checking if they were ghetto.
They had plastic paper plates and cups in the club.
No.
what club you are.
Oh, bro.
Hopefully
Actually,
you're still not available.
I think my first club in Ohio also had paper plates. I'm not gonna lie. My first club in Ohio also had paper plates. I'm not gonna lie.
Goddamn.
Yeah. That was white trash.
That
I'm not
was
gonna
white
lie. That was white trash.
That was white trash.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Some of the viewers want to know, what is the most money you have ever made in one night?
This question. I don't like people to know how much money I make.
We get real nitty gritty.
Honestly, I'm never the one that makes like a crazy absurd amount in one night, honestly. I think the most I ever made in one night was like 7K, I think.
Damn, that's a down payment.
I mean, yeah, listen. Y'all that like aren't in this industry are gonna hear that and be like, oh my god, I'd take that in a minute. Of course, yeah, I took it in a minute, you know? But I know some girls that like have made like 10, 15, 20K in a night,
Yeah,
you know?
you're right on that one.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not really like the one that asked that question because I'm like, I know other girls that have made absurd amount of money in one night. And 7K is the most I've ever made, and I don't think I've even gotten close to that, like, with my other numbers. You know what I mean? Like, I think my next one down would be like 5K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you work other jobs besides just the entertainer, stripper industry?
So when I first started, I was dancing, dealing, and I was stripping. And then it got to a point where I was just like, this is stupid. I can make what I make in a week in one night at the club. So I transferred to just stripping, which honestly was like really hard and kind of scary because stripper culture is like, it's very up and down. Like you don't know, you could make $5 one night and then you could make fucking $5,000 the next night. Like you don't really know, and it's not consistent at all. So I was nervous about that, but I did just switch to like just doing that. It's currently all I really do, other than I am on a dance team and we take like corporate gigs here and there. Twerk Team USA, hey, we be twerking. Yeah, so I'll do like corporate gigs and stuff for that, where we like do choreography and things. And then occasionally I'll work conventions where I'm just a booth girl. I just sit there and look pretty and talk to people. But yeah, other than that, like I don't currently do anything else. I am about to start teaching pole though.
Ooh, new pole
Yes.
teacher on the loose.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be teaching.
Let's hope this shit ain't whack.
Yeah, I'm gonna start teaching pole at this new pole studio soon. So I'm really excited about that. And then I am like trying to transition into different things. So there's things on the horizon.
Okay. So what assets have you bought since dancing? Viewers want to know.
Ooh, assets. Okay.
Yeah, like investments, assets, things that elevated your life.
Okay. Well, I had to buy a new car.
Boom! Shots fired! All you dusty bitches.
I had to buy a new car, but I didn't buy a new car because I wanted a new car. My car got totaled, okay? So, but because I do what I do, I was able to buy a new car. And I didn't get a luxury car because I think that's a waste of fucking money.
I ain't never lied.
I have my nice RAV4, okay, brand new when I bought it. I love it. I recently bought a house.
Oh! Shots fired!
She bought a house. Yeah, I
She
could.
got a home for the hoe.
Girl, literally, I do got a home for the hoes. I would have never been able to buy that had I not been dancing. Like that, a house is a lot, and it's a lot to do all by yourself. Like, I did not realize how much went into buying a house until I bought it, and I was like, this is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot!
Yeah, but I could have never done that without dancing. And then I am an angel investor in a company that is a sports media company. It's doing very well. It's very successful. It's called Overnight. So I'm pretty invested into that. And then I'm invested into Bitcoin and a couple other crypto.
Goddamn Bitcoin stuff.
So the only reason I got invested into crypto actually is because of the club. Because I had a customer come in and he was like big into like crypto and shit, and he was like, do you have Bitcoin? I was like, yeah, I have some. He was like, get more Bitcoin and then invest into this cryptocurrency called Solana. He was like, put as much money in it as you can and don't take any out until 2025. I'm not shitting you, I made like thousands off of it. It's crazy.
You hear that? This is one of a rich white bitch. I hang out with rich white people. You're welcome.
See, okay, I don't think I'm rich. I think I'm like on my way to rich, but I think like I don't feel like I'm rich until I'm out of the club and I'm making like amazing money. That's how I feel.
Her.
Yeah. What else? And then I've got myself set up with like a 401k and Roth IRA and all that kind of stuff. So I've definitely put my money into things that are going to provide longevity, because
She's an investor.
yeah, this industry is not, for me personally, this industry does not provide longevity.
We do not get health care.
Yeah, no.
For all you newbies out there, get your own dang health insurance.
Yeah, and I pay for my private health insurance, okay? And it ain't cheap, and it's not fun paying for that every month, okay?
Do you have any advice for anyone new coming into the industry? What is just something that you could say to them to help them, especially if they're just like, okay, this is my first week dancing, I don't know where to begin, I don't know what to do, what would you tell them?
Whew, there's so many things I feel like I would tell baby strippers.
Baby strippers?
Number one, don't be rude to the girls around you.
You cockeyed mother.
What is that noise? Don't like.
Well, I was actually going for this. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, don't step on other girls' toes. Don't like try to be like getting in front of girls and like trying to take other people's money. Like, just don't do any weird shit. Like, maybe your first night or two, like, just observe. Like, what are the other girls doing? What is the normal thing in this club? Because every club is different and every club's atmosphere is different. Like, at our club, we don't really fuck with other girls until like we get a sense of who they are. Because people come and go so often in our industry, and especially in Vegas, that it's like you don't want to like get close to someone or really even learn their name until you see them around for over a month or two.
You're right,
you know?
because I can't remember the life of me. Who, what, who is this, what, where, what?
Yeah.
And that girl, I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's like number one, but then number two would be like, and these are like right in line with each other, get thick skin. Like if you don't already have thick skin, get some thick skin. Don't take anything seriously. These guys coming in, their opinion should mean nothing to you. They are literally just dollar signs. Like,
Just
pay no attention to like what is actually coming out of their mouth that involves you, because it doesn't matter. There's gonna be one guy that comes in that's gonna be like, oh, you're not my type. I want a girl with bigger boobs and a bigger ass, and I don't even like blondes and blah blah blah. And then the next guy is gonna come in and be like, oh my god, you're like my dream woman. You're so hot. You're so fine. Oh my god, just looking at you, I fall in love with you. So it's like, don't take any of that to heart, because like it's who knows? You don't fucking know. And then also like, who cares? Like, learn to not give a fuck.
Nobody gives a flying fadoodle.
Yeah, like learn to just not care what people say about you, because at the end of the day, it's only gonna hurt you if you let that hurt you. It's not gonna hurt them. They don't give a fuck. You're never gonna see them again.
But at least they paid your phone bill, baby.
Exactly.
At least they got your nails done.
Yeah.
And at least you got that wig sewn on your head. So you know what? You better roll with the punches.
Right, exactly.
Well, there you guys have it. You guys wanted live Q&A questions. This is episode 5 with the one and only Queen. Woo! You guys gotta DM me with any more questions that you guys might have to. I'm about to put her @name so you guys can follow her and keep watching for more. This is AKA the hostess with the mostest, Samoa, and we in the whorehouse.